bustling afternoon in London, a man believed to be affiliated with a rival gang was executed in broad daylight, sending shockwaves through the city. Eyewitnesses described a coordinated attack, with assailants fleeing the scene in a black SUV.
In the dark underbelly of London, a new breed of gangster has risen. They are ruthless, ambitious, and they are here to stay. Their name echoes in the streets, a whisper of fear.
This brazen act underscores the escalating turf wars among criminal syndicates, vying for control over the UK's lucrative drug trade. Authorities suspect this killing is part of a series of retaliatory acts between rival Albanian factions, known for their strict codes of honor and retribution.
In the dark underbelly of London, a new breed of gangster has risen. They are ruthless, ambitious, and they are here to stay. Their name echoes in the streets, a whisper of fear and respect. They are the Hellbanians. This Albanian mafia group has gripped London.
The victim, whose identity remains undisclosed pending family notification, was reportedly involved in a dispute over drug territories. The organized crime rings thrive on clearly marked territories, and anyone slightly stepping into a rival gang's territory can surely become a target. While the average person in London does not know of these invisible lines, people within the system understand exactly how it works.
Dubai, famous hangout of all criminals. If in danger, go to Dubai. But Dubai seems to be slowly sort of shifting, actually, because there's this stuff on Daniel Kinahan. They've now frozen his assets. And I think, not sure if Dubai is going to be long-term the place for criminals to hang out, because I think in Meki's case they extradited him to Spain, where he was also wanted. So in Spain, Meki apparently ran a gang of killers, hired killers, who would do jobs, I think, for other gangsters. They were nicknamed Los Suecos, which is Spanish for the Swedes. So they are going on trial later this year with a couple of those murders. So yeah, Meki's gang is slightly dismantled, and so is Petrovsky's. But like you say, there's many more gangsters in Sweden, and plenty of people are going to fill that vacuum.
Yeah, I mean, so you covered it as...
This incident is reminiscent of the 2019 murder of Flamur Bakiri, a high-profile case linked to Albanian organized crime networks. Such incidents highlight the violent methods employed by these groups to maintain dominance and control. The public nature of these killings serves as a chilling message to rivals and the community at large. Most people in London are not used to such violent crime, especially considering even the police hardly ever carry guns.
The streets hum with life. Markets shouting their last deals, mopeds buzzing past chicken shops, kids bouncing football.
The Albanian mafia's influence in the UK has grown exponentially over the past decade. By establishing direct connections with South American cartels, they've managed to undercut competitors, offering purer cocaine at lower prices. This strategic move has not only increased their market share, but also intensified conflicts with other criminal organizations. Their operations are marked by a combination of traditional values, like the code of Besa, a pledge of honor, and modern criminal tactics, making them a formidable force in the underworld.
In Spain, as well as the port of Hamburg in Germany, which recorded the largest single seizure of cocaine in Europe. However, other ports are also reporting increasingly frequent seizures of cocaine. These include the ports.
Beyond drug trafficking, the Albanian mafia has diversified its criminal activities, delving into human trafficking, arms smuggling, and money laundering. Their operations are marked by a combination of traditional values, like the code of Besa, a pledge of honor, and modern criminal tactics, making them a formidable force in the underworld. Their decentralized structure, familial ties, and use of encrypted communication make infiltration difficult. Moreover, their reputation for extreme violence deters potential informants, further complicating police efforts.
This gruesome act was believed to be a retaliation against someone who had crossed the Hellbanians. In 2017, the gang was implicated in a horrific incident where a 30-year-old man was shot dead in a busy North London street.
Law enforcement agencies face significant challenges in curbing the Albanian mafia's activities. The National Crime Agency has identified Albanian gangs as a significant threat to the UK's organized crime landscape.
Across social media, a constant reminder of their power and influence. Luxury cars, designer clothes, watches worth more than most people's homes, these were the spoils of their criminal enterprise, displayed with a mixture of arrogance and
Social media platforms have become tools for these gangs to flaunt their wealth and intimidate rivals. Videos showcasing luxury cars, weapons, and cash are common, serving both as recruitment tools and warnings to adversaries. This digital bravado reflects a shift in how organized crime communicates and asserts dominance. The Hellbanians gang, in particular, is known for its ostentatious online presence.
Possession of drugs, and they may be for supply. Have you got any ID on you in the car? No ID.
What's your nationality?
Albanian.
Albanian?
The stop has taken place on the busiest road in the county.
The recent daylight murder has reignited public concern over safety and the effectiveness of current strategies to combat organized crime. Community leaders are calling for increased police presence and resources, emphasizing the need for a comprehensive approach that addresses both enforcement and prevention. The brazen nature of such crimes has left residents feeling vulnerable and demanding action. Local authorities are under pressure to implement more effective measures to ensure public safety.
The war against major crime. There's a new team of officers out on patrol. Handpicked. Their task, to tackle the most hardened criminals.
International cooperation is deemed essential in tackling the transnational nature of the Albanian mafia. Collaborative efforts between the UK and Albanian authorities have led to some successes, but experts argue that more robust intelligence sharing and joint operations are necessary to dismantle these networks effectively. Europol has also been involved in coordinating cross-border investigations, targeting these criminal organizations. Such collaborations are crucial in addressing the global reach of these syndicates.
The plan is to box a suspect car in. Sergeant Moon is a few miles down the road awaiting the second suspect car.
We're waiting here now to see if we can get an early spot on it.
As investigations into the recent killing continue, authorities urge anyone with information to come forward. The Metropolitan Police have increased patrols in affected areas and are working closely with community organizations to restore a sense of security among residents. Public cooperation is deemed vital in bringing perpetrators to justice and preventing further violence. Community engagement initiatives are being launched to foster trust between law enforcement and local populations.
The ports of Piraeus and Thessaloniki in Greece. Following a significant Chinese investment, the port of Piraeus is now the fourth busiest port in Europe. And there's also an increasing cocaine pipeline directly to Albania.
The Albanian mafia's expansion into the UK's cannabis market has further solidified their criminal empire. By taking over operations previously dominated by Vietnamese gangs, they've established large-scale cannabis farms across the country. These operations often exploit vulnerable individuals, forcing them to work in deplorable conditions. The profits from these ventures are substantial, fueling further criminal activities and violence.
Control the entire supply chain. In the previous episode, we covered how they established themselves in Latin America and secured their supply. In this episode, we'll examine how that supply makes its way into Europe.
Albanian gangs have also been linked to a surge in human trafficking cases in the UK. Victims, often lured with promises of legitimate employment, find themselves trapped in exploitative situations. These criminal networks operate with a high degree of sophistication, making detection and prosecution challenging. Efforts are underway to enhance victim support services and strengthen legal frameworks to combat trafficking.
In the dark underbelly of London, a new breed of gangster has risen. They are ruthless, ambitious, and they are here to stay. Their name echoes in the streets, a whisper of fear and respect. They are the Hellbanians. This Albanian mafia group has gripped London in a vice. Their power is undeniable, their reach vast. This is the story of the Hellbanians. To understand the Hellbanians, we must first journey to their roots, to the ruins of post-communist Albania. The fall of communism left a void, a breeding ground for poverty and despair. Opportunity was scarce, and for many young men, crime seemed like the only way out. Driven by desperation and dreams of a better life, they migrated to Western Europe. They arrived in the UK with little more than ambition and a ruthless determination to succeed. They found a city ripe for opportunity, a city where they could carve their own path, no matter how bloody. London became their battleground. They craved more power, more wealth, more respect. London, the beating heart of the UK, pulsed with
The brazen nature of this murder serves as a stark reminder of the challenges posed by organized crime in urban centers. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, combining law enforcement, community engagement, and international collaboration to disrupt and dismantle these dangerous networks. Failure to act decisively could embolden these groups further, leading to increased violence and societal destabilization. Policymakers are being urged to prioritize resources and legislative measures to combat this growing threat.